Hello, and everybody. Welcome again to the Jesus Chatline on Montclair Public Access TV3. We are coming to you live to everyone at home on their TV sets. Thank you for tuning in. We will be opening up the phone lines as usual. The number will be at the bottom of the screen. Chad, if you could put up the graphic. But anyway, I'm not sure if it's up, but if it is, and if it's not, it's 1-510-355-9879. So call in, and if you have any questions or if you need any advice, or if you're just seeking answers. Today is a bit of a special show. We're going to be talking a little bit about the environment in the earth. You know, whether it's a good or a good thing or a bad thing. Call in and give us your point of view. Because, the world, we all live in it, you know. We do, Stephen. We're all a part of it.
Yeah, we live in it.
We do, and it only seems natural that we should, you know, care about it. And really, that's what we're going to be talking about today, is caring for the environment. And we shot a little segment, didn't we, Stephen?
Yeah, it went really well.
It did.
It was a good shoot.
Yeah, we through donation, we managed to have another shoot for another video, you know, tackling the issues like environment and like that. So just a reminder that the phone lines are open. Chad, if you could go ahead and queue up some calls, that'd be great. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to open up the lines and we'll take some calls. But first, let's start with our prayer. Heavenly Father, you have been gracious enough to allow me to score a great success. I humbly thank you for your help, and I hope that I will continue to receive it. Let me never forget that without you, I would have never been able to achieve anything. True, I made use of my talents, but they are given to me by you. And so was the drive that impelled me to use them. May I always strive to utilize all of my talents to my very best of my ability, whether I achieve success or not. For I will in this way be achieving the goal that you have set out for me in your wisdom and becoming the person that you want me to be. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. We like to do a little prayer for strength. So we're going to open up the phone lines. So please call in 1-510-355-9879. And we'll be right back.
Richard Burnish.
Okay, hello, and we are back. So for everybody just tuning in, this is the Jesus Chatline on Montclair Public Access TV, and we have opened up the phone lines. So on the line here we have Ralph on line 1. Hello, Ralph. How are you? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Welcome to the program.
Yes. I've been having a small issue relating to the environment.
Okay. Well, that's great. That's what we're talking about today, actually, is the environment. So go ahead.
I've been a long time viewer of your program, and I really think what you're doing is absolutely great.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
So currently I'm studying to be an engineer, and in my class, my environmental. Sorry, I can hear you.
No, go ahead.
In my environmental class I was taking, we were told that the idea of God was false. It wasn't real. It wasn't true, and that it was blasphemy quote unquote. And been having issues in between with the engineering and with believing in God. I want to know if you had any advice.
Well, yes, certainly. I can settle that for you. No, God is real. He is our Savior. He has created all, and admitting that doesn't really make much sense, does it, Stephen? To saying that God is real is blasphemous. That
doesn't make sense.
that doesn't make any sense at all.
Not at all.
So I guess I would advise you to maybe try reading the Bible. Maybe a lot of information that you have accumulated or learned isn't correct, because you sound a little bit confused, caller. But that's okay. So just read a little bit more and definitely call back. We're going to go to the next call. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Jesus Chatline of Montclair Public Access TV3.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the show. What is your question about the environment? What is your opinion on the state of the earth right now?
It's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Niggers, man, all over.
Cut it off.
Okay. Okay. Just a reminder to everybody watching at home, this is a family program, so we apologize for some of the calls that sometimes... Anyway, hello, caller. You're live on the air on the Jesus Chatline with Richard Burnish.
Hi. Long-time viewer of this awesome show. I really like what you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I have a question regarding last week's show. I want to purchase the prayer towel. Mm-hmm. However, I can't find it online. I would love to purchase that.
All right, Stephen, have we sorted that out yet? Is it available?
We're still awaiting shipment. We're expecting a shipment very soon. We just didn't want to advertise them before they were ready to go. But they will be ready, I understand, near the end of the week.
Will it be, are they shipping it to the rear?
Yes. And they're going to have his and hers.
Okay, so we will be receiving it in the rear then. Okay, so...
Yes. I will be receiving it in the rear. And then when I'm not around, perhaps you could receive it in the rear of the building.
Right. Okay. So then, so we will be receiving them as soon as we have them, and they're in our shipping docks. We will be able to post them, I guess. Where will they be? They'll be on JesusChatline.com. We're adding our new store actually section. There will be a click to purchase it, as well as to purchase the Neon Bible up there as well.
Hey, Richard, I actually made a song about you. Is it okay if we can play it on the air?
Stephen, is it? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we are quite musical ourselves.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Richard is gay. Richard.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Jesus Chatline on Montclair Public Access TV3. I just want to apologize to everyone at home for that last call that made it onto the air. Chad is now screening the calls, so that won't be a problem anymore. But anyway, just to take a moment. And talk about the issues the issues that are facing us today. I wrote something on my journal, on my iPod. As some of you know that have been watching for a while, I am an avid bird watcher. And when it comes to the environment, you know, birds are part of it. Birds are part of the environment. And I felt this for a long time. And part of the joy of watching birds is to get into the world, you know, of the bird. You know, to try and understand and appreciate each bird's desire and his point of view, you know, to try and figure out, you know, why the bird does what it does and to appreciate its view of the world. Now, this morning at our bird feeder, there was a red-bellied woodpecker. That means Stephen saw, and it landed next to a mourning dove. And it opened its mouth and lunged at the dove until it was just like with his head, he was just doing like this, and it scared the dove away. Then what happened is the woodpecker then got up onto the higher part of the platform feeder to eat cracked corn and other seeds. But as Stephen and I, we watched this, you know, we were wondering, you know, why, what was up, you know, why did he do that? What would make the woodpecker want to threaten the dove? I mean, there was enough room, right, Stephen, on the platform.
Yes.
They could have shared with it. There was enough room for both of them to share, but they didn't. He didn't share. And it's a very mysterious thing to try to understand. But after talking about it a little bit and thinking, we realize that it's because of the state of the environment. It's at a point now where the environment is fighting with itself. We've done so much wrong to it. We've ruined it.
It's fighting back.
And it's starting to fight back. Because that woodpecker was with his, you know. And that's really what inspired us for this next video that I'm gonna roll. It was the inspiration behind it. That woodpecker really showed us that it's time for change. And we're taking the first step in creating awareness and how we can. And we came up with this video. I hope you guys really like it as much as we do.
God made the earth. In the past, it was a simpler time. The things were good enough. But as I look out over this land, it makes me wonder, what would happen if it wasn't there? We are ruining the earth, is what happened. If we keep building things, there won't be room for the things we need.
No room for the things we need.
The earth has carried us. Now it is time for us to carry the earth and help it too. Donate to the earth through us and return it to like pioneer times.
We are ruining the earth. We keep building, and if we keep on building, there's going to be no room for the things that we need. And it's not a problem that's in the future. It's not like, it's happening now. Now, in that video, you saw how much, I like to watch birds, and we incorporated that into the video. But if we keep going and doing what we're doing, we won't have room for those things. So we're going to take some calls on this. We're going to open up the phone lines, and we're going to use our spirituality and our faith to help combat this and to help bring the earth back to like pioneer times. So I'm going to introduce my co-host, Mr. Stephen Chilton, to take some calls. Here's Stephen Chilton. Okay. And we'll be right back with Stephen to take some of the calls.
He's our Savior.
Okay, welcome. We are back now. Welcome to the Jesus Chatline. We're going to continue on with the program now. The next segment, we're going to go to some of your phone calls. So we'd like to thank you for joining us, of course, and we hope you enjoyed our video. It's also been brought to our attention that it is Father's Day, so we'd like to wish, all the fathers a happy Father's Day, and we will have all our fathers in our thoughts as we move forward. But first and foremost is the environment, and that's what's going to take center stage tonight. As important as fathers are, I think fathers would mean nothing if there was no world for fathers to exist in. So we're going to continue on with your phone calls, and we'll go to this one right here. And welcome to the Jesus Chatline, caller. Go ahead.
Hey, man. This is Jamal. I called last week about being fired, and
okay.
I just want to talk about the environment a little bit.
All right, that sounds good.
Well, you see, I live across the street from some kind of chemical plant, releasing them chemicals into the air.
Yes.
And I was wondering if there's anything I could do to protect myself.
Well, you work at the plant?
No, well, I live across the street from it.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have any reason to believe that perhaps these are toxic fumes coming from the plant?
Well, my dog died out of fish. That died too. And I do feel like I'm getting sick. I don't know.
Do you mind me asking, without getting too specific, where do you live? What state do you live in, sir?
I live in North Carolina.
North Carolina, okay. Well, definitely you need to do something about this. You need to, I think a multi-pronged attack is best. So you need to go to your police, for starters, because the reason we pay taxes to the police is for them to protect us. So definitely contact the police about the fumes.
I think it was one of those drug plants that you were talking about last week. One of those manufactured marijuana plants.
Yes, the marijuana factories. Yes, we need to shut down every marijuana factory in existence.
Definitely, those are bad for you. They give you cancer and AIDS, I heard.
Well, we believe that anything manufactured, whether it's marijuana or whether it's Advil, we do not advocate taking those drugs, legal or not.
Definitely.
Sir, we are on your side at the Jesus Chatline.
Thank you. The only drugs I like are prayer and cold water.
Oh, did you hear that, Richard? Yeah. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Sir, I believe calling the police and holding a prayer vigil outside of the plant are the ways to go here.
Definitely. That's definitely what I'm going to do.
And perhaps, Richard, do you think maybe we might even want to explore doing a show on remote from the plant, perhaps, at some point in the future?
Educate those people out there who don't know much.
To shut the plant down, sir. We will shut the plant.
Definitely. We gotta get rid of that. No drug plants in my neighborhood.
Okay. Well, thank you, caller, and you keep us up to date on what's happening. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. It is. And I should point out here, I don't know if you caught in the video, but if you're wondering how can we help the earth, we have started up a foundation, the Save the Earth Foundation, that we have registered. So if you donate directly to the Jesus Chat Line, it will be redirected into the Save the Earth Foundation. We're going to go right back to your phone calls. And welcome to the Jesus Chat Line. You're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air with us on the Jesus Chat Line. Go ahead, caller.
Am I talking to Richard or Steven?
This is Steven Chilton.
Hello, Steven. First off, I'd like to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and a big special shout-out to our Heavenly Father.
Yes, wonderful.
And I'd like to, if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to just momentarily stray away from the environment issue. I'd like to share my story of how I became a born-again Christian and how you guys helped show me towards the light.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay. Well, growing up, I was in a lot of foster homes, right? I went through a lot of stuff. I was, how do I put this mildly? I was violated sexually. I resorted to drugs to try and like cope with the pain, and it just went on a whole downward spiral. And then one of my friends let me borrow a copy of the Neon Bible, and I read it, and it just shined a whole new perspective on my life.
That's fantastic to hear, caller. I'm sorry that you had to go through those hardships, but the way you came through it, you not only did you make it through it, but now look, now you've really come full circle now into the circle of light. Turned it around.
Yes, thank you. And do you guys remember when you stopped by St. Joseph's for your conference?
Yes.
I actually went there. I walked up to the door, opened the door, got on the floor, everybody walked the motherfucking dinosaur. Nigga, 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 nigga.
Okay, that was a joke. Okay, we're going to resume phone call. Resume the phone calling. This button here. Chad, do you have it? Okay, it is. Okay. Welcome to the Jesus Chat Line, caller. Go ahead.
This call is provided by everphone.org.
Hello? Hello? I think someone... It sounds like somebody is... Welcome to the Jesus Chat Line. You're live on the air with Steven Chilton.
Hello?
Yes, welcome to the program.
Oh, hey. I like to make a shout out to Icy, you know. Also, I'd like to say that I think being possessors.
Okay, I'm just having a little bit of trouble hearing that caller. Before we go on, I just want to before we go any further. There we go. I would just like to take a short minute to recognize our sponsor, and it's a fitting sponsor since it is a environment program. Our sponsor for this evening is Gorilla Munch cereal. It is environmentally friendly cereal. 1% of all proceeds go to charity. Straighten out the bag here a little bit for you. And it is also gluten-free. And it's quite, you can really hear the bag rustling, but it's really good. But I do eat this cereal myself. I have it every morning. And Richard also enjoys the cereal. Richard actually makes a nice dessert out of it. He puts some peanut butter into the pan, and also some sliced bananas, and then he pours some of this into the casserole dish, and it really makes a wonderful dessert. So, anyways, Enviro Kids. Made by Enviro Kids, Gorilla Munch, and if you go to their Facebook, it is Enviro Kids, K-I-D-Z, Z, and maybe you can like them on Facebook and tell them how much the cereal means to you, and it would really help us out too, because if they know that the advertising is working, they'll keep wanting to do this, and then it'll help us keep this show going. You understand? Okay. Thank you. We're now going to go back to the phone calls. There. Good evening, caller. You're on the air. Are you there, caller? Okay. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for our call to come in, I just want to, we've done the sponsor, okay. I believe we're going to go to a break because clearly there's something has happened to our phone system here. We'll be right back after this brief break. Welcome to the program. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, is this Richard or Steven?
This is Steven.
Oh, hi, Steven.
Hi.
I just want to say thank you for having me on today. I really appreciate it. And I have a story to tell you guys about my experiences becoming a born-again Christian.
Okay, go ahead.
So, my mom killed a man, and she put a gun against his head and pulled the trigger, and then he's dead. And I told her, Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown all away. So, Mama, I didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, I'll carry on as if nothing really matters. So, too late, my time has come. Sends shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time.
Okay, we have just confirmed from our producer that is in fact, we know that is from a song, but that's also from gays, and so we will not allow that onto the air. We're going to move on. Good evening. Welcome to the Jesus Chatline on Montclair Public Access. Go ahead.
Hi. I just want to say thank you for having this beautiful chat here. You know, this beautiful thing that you're doing here. It's just so wonderful to see God's message come through. You know.
Thank you.
And you know, it just really. I find it really disconcerting that so many people are calling in to mess with you. You know, how does that make you feel?
Well, it can be frustrating. I'm not going to lie, but we expect this because I know that our stream our program is also broadcast on the internet, and we know that we're going to get this kind of thing. We're going to get some rough talk. We're going to get some jokes, but we're prepared for this, and we know that on the internet is where we can make the most difference. We know that's where a difference is really needed. Have you been to some of these websites, caller? It's like they're not even moderated these days. The things that they allow, the pictures and whatnot, Videos?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of sociopaths there, like that 9gag and the 4chan and.
Well, we don't want to mention any
ridiculous.
specific sites. We don't want to promote any of this filth, and I'm not really familiar with it. But I do know that there
I'm
are some
sorry.
things out there that are just like a free-for-all, and so we're here to kind of take a stand against all filth on the internet, as well as provide a place for all our people in Montclair to have a voice. But carry on, caller.
God bless you. That's just so wonderful that you're doing that. And, if you touch just one soul here, you've done your job. And it's really important to keep the faith and realize that.
Yes, it is, absolutely.
And, I'll get going here, but I just wanted to say one more thing before I go, and that's fuck my dick, bitch. Fuck my dick.
Going to take one more. Welcome to the Jesus Chat Line. Go.
What the fuck?
Jesus Chat Line, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, you're live on the Jesus Chat Line.
Sorry for my list. Me personally, I am an actual homosexual,
Okay.
and it's not a joke. And I just want to know what I can do to become straight.
Well, caller, I guess the first step is that you've recognized that your lifestyle is wrong.
Hold on 1 second. Mom, shut the fuck up!
I think that the first thing you need...
Mom! Shut up! Stupid bitch!
Okay, that call was obviously a joke. But I think it's important for anyone else who may actually be suffering from that affliction, also known as gaiety. You need to pray the gay away. That's really the first step to recovery. Anybody can be cured of gayness. Anybody. We're going to answer this phone call now. Pardon? Welcome to the program. You are live on the Jesus Chat Line.
Hello, Richard or Steven?
This is Steven Chilton here, sir.
Oh, I can't hear you on my TV.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can only hear you on my phone. I can't hear you on my TV.
Okay, well, carry on. We'll let you do the bulk of the talking.
All right, well, I really don't know why I called. I just wanted to explain one thing to you.
Okay.
This person I know who eats gorilla munch, she really likes it and whatnot, and I was wondering if you could send her a free bag or, maybe sponsor her, because she's African American. Like, I'm not trying to be racist, but she's African American, and she has problems, affording the gorilla munch,
Oh, yes. Well, I understand that. I think Trader Joe's perhaps might carry it, and I think usually their prices are quite reasonable. Now, I'm not here to plug them or anything, but you could try checking in with them and seeing if perhaps that makes it affordable for your girlfriend. Oops. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, the gorilla munch. I was actually wondering if I went to the store being, a white guy, would I be able to buy it, or is it just, for African Americans? I wanted to try it, and
Oh no, sir, Gorilla. And we'll just display the product again. But no, this Gorilla Munch is for anybody. It's marketed for all people. Everybody needs nutrition. I don't care who you are, and if we can get the nutrition we need and also do a good thing for the environment, then I think that's a win-win situation for all. So I really don't think that there's any one segment of the population that this should be exclusive for.
Yeah, I understand. I don't agree with segregation whatsoever, but I do have a story to tell you, like, regarding segregation, or you can't take my story.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Because I saw you shake your head. Well, this one time when I was at an old house back in Louisiana, these people moved in across the street, and I wasn't racist at all, but my other neighbors were. And one night they went outside, and they were out at their pool. They were, cooking. I don't want to sound racist, but they were cooking fried chicken. And our neighbors and me, we actually made this thing on our yard. It was shaped like a cross. We lit it on fire and yelled, "Fuck all the black people. They're all monkeys."
All right. We expected this going in, but I want everybody out there to know that you will not rumble my feathers. Absolutely not will you rumble my feathers. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a break and we're going to try this one more time. Richard's going to come back on the air. He's going to take your phone calls. Just try and remember that this is the Environment Day, and it's also Father's Day. And how do your fathers feel if they knew that you were calling up with such filth? They wouldn't be happy. And if any of these people calling up are fathers, then I think their sons and their daughters are in real trouble. Now, what we're going to do is take a break, and we're going to say a prayer off the air. We're going to ask everybody at home to hang in there, because I know you don't want to hear this. Now, we're going to be right back.
Okay, and we are back. So that's a little bit what we're talking about today, is the environment, the state it's in, what you can do to help it and to get it back on the right track, to being like pioneer times. I'm going to stop the show just for a minute and speak directly to everyone at home. On behalf of the Jesus Chatline, we'd just like to apologize for some of the calls that have made it onto the air. We're truly sorry for that. But, okay. But we believe we have it sorted out now. And finally, if we get any more calls that get on the air like that, in the small chance, we will shut the show down. So we would rather shut it down than expose some people to some of that language. Anyway, so please call in. The number's on the bottom of the screen. We're talking about the environment. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Jesus Chatline on Montclair Public Access TV3. This is Richard Burnish. Go ahead. Caller? Okay. You screened that one? Okay, good. Okay. Hello, caller. You're live on the air. You're live on Montclair Public Access TV3 and the Jesus Chatline. Go ahead.
Hello, is this Chat?
This is Richard Burnish. Go ahead. Your question?
Am I talking to Richard Burnish?
Yes. Hello.
Good evening, Herr Richard Burnish. This is Hans-Peter Schwanzlutscher from the Media Department of the Vatican.
Okay. Go ahead, caller. It's nice to hear from you. Are you calling from
I
Rome?
really had to think about what you've told me about the Neon Bible.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
Well, I work for the Media Department of the Vatican, and what you told me last time really made me question my religion. I mean, the things you told me, should I be using torrents? Should I update Firefox? So since I work for the media department of the Vatican, I went to the Pope and I wanted to update his Firefox. So I went to the Pope and I wanted to ask him, and you know what? The Pope just laughed at me and said, Firefox, I use Internet Explorer. This is when I realized I had been barking at the wrong tree all the years. I mean, do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm German. Please let me rephrase this. I think in the United States, you would say, the Pope rustled my jimmies. Is this what you say in the United States? I'm not quite sure. So, anyways, Herr Börnisch, I want to spread the gospel of the Neon Bible. Herr Burnisch, I want to do... did you just crunch yourself? Please stop crunching yourself.
I'm sorry, about there's some static coming. So you went to update his Firefox and he didn't use it?
Yeah, I went to the Pope and I was like, please, Pope, can I update your Firefox? And he said, no, I use Internet Explorer. And I just couldn't believe it. I mean, in the Neon Bible, you say, should I update Firefox or should I be using torrents? And he doesn't use Firefox. And seriously, this is when I realized that I was barking at the wrong tree. And I don't want to be part of this religion anymore.
Well, that's you know, there's a lot of different, you see, and that's why the Neon Bible had to be created. You know, there's so many questions out there that people need answers to. There's a lot of different browsers out there, whether it's, you're right, Internet Explorer, Firefox, but you know, Internet Explorer doesn't have options like to streamline your search results based off religious interest. You can't only search, you know, and get only Christian results. Firefox, with the Christ, was it a Christ patch too?
Yeah, the Christ plug.
Yeah, it was. And anyways,
with Christ plug.
Well, Herr Bonus, do you still hear me? I'm not quite sure my technology isn't working that well.
No, no, you're.
You hear me? Hello?
Is it cutting?
I think, Richard, it's called Christ X.
I don't. Is it still connected? Caller, are you still connected?
Yes. Okay. Well,
okay,
Herr Bonus,
all right. It's called Christ plug, and as you know, it sorts everything out. It's sorted by Christian servers.
Okay.
So if the Pope isn't using that, I'm really, to be honest, well, in our religion, as we discussed last time, we do not recognize the Pope.
Yeah, well, me neither. So I want to spread the gospel of the Neon Bible. Richard, I want to do missionary position with you.
Yeah. Well, that's great news.
I want to do missionary with you in Europe. I'm skilled when it's about talking to people. I'm pretty good at oral, and people need to hear about the Neon Bible.
Well, Stephen, I think it's about time that maybe we go over to Europe and spread the word. Like as you know, Caller, we've been spreading it primarily across the Midwestern United States and a lot, like in person, we've only just started to branch out on the internet, but who knows where this can go from here? Maybe Europe, you know, maybe like a space, like there's a station or something like that. Like it could be anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there's the Euros, that's soccer too.
Yeah.
We can probably get involved with that in some way.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have heard about WikiLeaks. It is like WikiLeaks, in case you have aware of it. Like it is a conspiracy in the Vatican. People gather secret documents of the Pope and put them online. I mean, well, I can tell you, Richard, I'm also behind this. I want to stop the Pope because I see what he's doing wrong. So I've uploaded Microsoft Word documents to my GeoCities website for the whole world to read. And, you know, the Swiss Guard is on me, though. Like, they already got my friend, Signore MP, and it's only a matter of time until they find me.
So you uploaded them to...
Oh, shit. It is the Swiss Guard. They already found me, Richard. Richard, I don't know what I should do.
Okay, all right. It's okay, well, we're going to be right back. Okay. live? Okay. Hello, caller. You're live on the air on the Jesus Chatline of Montclair Public Access TV3.
Hello, is this Richard?
Yes, this is Richard. You're welcome to the program.
I know it hasn't been finalized yet and everything, but I just wanted to call you since it's Father's Day and kind of talk to you. I took your number from the foster coordinator. It's me, Brennan.
Oh, okay.
I know you're doing
wait,
your
one
show
sec,
right now, and I hope I'm not bothering you. But
1 sec. Let me just go to commercial break. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to speak with you. We'll just talk on the. Yeah. Okay. Just 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Okay. It's on commercial. Hello, caller. Are you Brendan? Are you there? Brendan?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to take it off. Take it off the air. Just so what's going on?
I know you're doing your show, and I'm hoping not to you, but I just wanted to say, I'm so excited to finally be there and open with you guys.
Okay, cool. You're finally excited to be open?
In Oakland.
Oh, and you want to come with us? Well, Brendan, we've been over this. This is kind of a complicated thing. You know the amount of time that Stephen and I need for our show. You know, we just.
You know, I know. I mean, I've never had, a real family, and it's been hard. I've never won, or I've never made the high school soccer team. But there's been some dark times.
Yeah.
There has.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember.
Okay, yeah, it's been great. It's been great talking. Okay. Chad, how the hell did that get?
God came to Richard and Stephen with a dream of a new house of worship, a house devoted to the one true word, the Neon Bible. Thus began their leap of faith. Through the generous donations of our
Hello,
disciples,
caller, can you hear me?
Richard and Stephen have purchased
Check.
holy ground.
Okay, there we
where
go.
the Church of the
Let's
Neon
bring it back,
Bible
Chad. Bring it
will
back.
stand.
Okay, hey, the phone lines seem to be sorted out. Hello, caller. You're live on the Jesus Chat line.
Hello?
Hi. Yes, you're live.
Hi, I am from China. I want to bring God to China. Can you explain to me how I can do this?
Sorry, you want to bring God to China?
Yes, in China, we don't believe in God. I want to bring God to China.
Well, the first step would be to, first of all, God is in China. I'll correct you by saying that. God is everywhere. God is in you. He's in me. He's deep inside of all of us. So he's already in China. It's not a matter of bringing him there, but to educate others and to let them know that he is there. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to educate all the people in China and tell them that
Yeah.
God is here.
Okay, well, the first thing you should do is probably order some Bibles off of our website. They're only $29.95, and you could order them. Like I myself wrote it, and it's on JesusChatline.com. Like I think that'd be a good start to really help spreading the word.
Hello? Can
Hello?
I order as many as I want?
Okay, all right. So, thanks for your call. But yeah, no, we have Bibles available for purchase. Lucky for you guys, eh? Hello, caller. You're live on the program on the Jesus Chat line.
Hello. Sorry, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Sorry, okay, sorry. Yeah, there's some delay. I think. Can you hear me okay though? Yeah.
Oh, I sound like you got a bit of an accent there. Are you Irish?
No, British. Calling
Oh, okay.
From
All right.
Good old
Well, there's
UK.
okay.
I'll be totally honest. I have come across the site from your online video, and I've just got a couple of comments that I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
just so you know, I'm not religious myself in the slightest.
Well, that
I
sounds
was
not very
at one
good.
point. I do have good Christian values, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in God.
Oh.
Now, one thing I did notice is on the previous caller, you said, God is everywhere, or
Mhm.
He is everywhere.
Yeah.
What specifically makes you decide that God is a He or a She? Because I've noticed quite a lot of religious people saying,
Mhm.
referring to God as a He, and it's just always been something that's quite curious to me.
Yeah, well, in the Bible, in the King James Bible, he is referred to as a man, or in the masculine tense, using words like he and his, and just by using just deduction, we've just basically assumed that to be the truth.
Okay, but there's a lot of things in the Bible though. There's a lot of I came across a passage. I won't say it. I can't even remember what the whole wording was, but it was a pretty rough passage about what you should do to women and children if they don't listen to us, or something along those lines. And
Yeah.
I just don't feel as though it's the right thing to really be taking the Bible for absolute literal. It's
Mhm.
I could never understand that, and it seems as though as well that a lot of people that are religious do use that as a kind of an excuse. So it's just always been something. It's kind of a debate that I've asked a lot of religious people about it actually, and I've never had one person be able to fully explain that. Why people take the Bible for what it is. It just seems a bit, in some cases, a bit crazy. It seems much more. We should just more, be taking Christian values, being kind to one another and those sort of things. You don't have to believe that there's, a spirit or something else or
Mhm.
whatever guiding over us.
Well,
I don't know. I just felt that a lot of people use religion as an excuse. Does that kind of make sense?
Well, I understand. I understand your opinion, but I guess you're feeling that the Bible should be used as guidelines for fundamental principles, but and not taken in such a literal manner. But I guess in our religion, we believe that it is to be taken to the detail. Like you are to live your life according to it as close as possible in order to get in heaven, and that's the way of it. It's not
As
open
in,
for
so,
interpreting.
do you mean that people should live absolute word for word by the
Yes.
Bible?
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, say that again, sir?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. There's a lot of Christians out there that are thinking that halfway is almost there, and that kind of attitude isn't going to get you into heaven, and that's what we really want to educate people and let
If
them
I
know.
can just quote a passage, to you, then this is one I came across the other day. It's Isaiah 13:15-18. It says New Living Translation. I'm going to read it word for word.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. That sounds great. That sounds really good. Hello, caller. You're live on the program.
I'm not in this book for 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right, and then
Okay, so our phone lines are open. Okay, hello, caller. Please go ahead. You're live.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live on the air in the Jesus chat line. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna mute you on the video because there's a major delay.
Oh yeah, there usually is. Yeah.
Okay, well, I really have I have a question. And it's about forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And how God can forgive somebody.
Yeah.
And well, I'm right now I'm dealing with a disease.
Oh,
and
no.
that disease is drug addiction.
Okay.
And and this is completely serious, and I want to know if God will forgive me. And first of all, is it a sin to use drugs?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I've been told that God, my body's a temple, and if I was using drugs, it would be like forcing God or Jesus to use drugs. So
you would.
My question is, throughout all my sins, I do heroin, and through all my sins and all the things that I've had to do for it, I've sold myself on the streets and all that.
Oh.
How can He forgive someone as evil as myself?
well, you have to believe that deep down that there's room for change. You know, that you may have strayed off of, you know, the path, the right path, but acknowledging that and seeing it is should be the hope that you need to be able to look back and see the areas where maybe, you know, you were curving off to the side when you should be going straight. Just to be able to look back and identify those moments are enough to, you know, that's enough there to indicate to you that you have the power to change. You have the power to become better, and through Christ and through spirituality and through prayer, that you could find your way back.
Okay. And I mean, throughout my youth and everything, I've done things that have been, you know, I can't change. And ever since, you know, I started to sell myself on the streets, I've become a homosexual, as you say. And you say it's a disease, and it's very hard for me to stop being homosexual. And I don't know how to do it, and I don't know. I feel that God has left me and abandoned me, and I just don't know what to do.
There's one thing that should. I mean, if anything,
he's wrestled my jimmies.
If anything, fear of AIDS. You know, that's one thing that should definitely deter you away from being a homosexual. You know, God created AIDS for that reason, to create, you know, fear, a punishment for those who act out in those Homo sapien kind of relationships. Hello? Okay. But yeah, so just to answer your question, yeah, I mean, it won't be hard. I mean, it won't be easy. You need to pray. You need to practice. You need to practice being a good Christian. And I believe in you. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of your calls. This is the Jesus Chatline.
And welcome back to the Jesus Chatline. You're here with Richard Burnish and Stephen Chilton, and we're going to go back to your phone calls. And welcome to the program, caller. You are live on the air.
Hi, I've got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, no. I didn't mean a question. I meant I have a riddle.
A riddle, sir? I'm sorry, but this is not a program for riddles. If you have a story or a question or comment, go ahead.
Okay, I had a question too. I'll just ask a question.
Okay.
If Jesus is so smart, then how come he died? Regards, Dolan.
Jesus died for a reason. Oh, he hung up. I'm not sure if he was serious or not, but I think any Christian, Richard, I believe any Christian no Christian would need to ask why Jesus died. No. You would just know. I mean, it's one of the most fundamental things. Yes. We're going to go back to the phones. Welcome to the Jesus Chatline. Go ahead, caller. Hello? Hello, caller. Okay, we can't.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So this is Stephen Chilton, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I've got some problems in school. You know, I'm currently in my senior MP year in school, and the teacher is bullying me. And I don't really know what to do about the teacher, you know. So, I mean, I get along very well with all the other people in school, and I don't really know how to put it, but the teacher, the teacher said he was trained to use slang so he could communicate with us, and he told me, you know, I'm of color, and the teacher told me, get away from the door, nigga. I mean, how can an adult just tell me this, you know? And then he also said other things like, can you lend a nigger a pencil? And I'm like, sir, please, why do you say this? And how would you behave, Stephen?
Oh, this is terrible. There's no way for a teacher, frankly, for anybody to speak. I'm quite shocked to hear that. Have you gone to the principal, or have
Yes. I've went to the principal, and well, his excuse was, this is what I was trained to do, and he said he put an emphasis on it. He said nigga and not nigga. But I think it is the same, and I feel pretty offended, you know. And he doesn't understand. He's like, well, nigga, it's like dude or buddy. So why are you genuine chocolate people allowed to say this? And I said, what did you just say? And he doesn't understand it. You know, he's just a white cracker. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve.
It's absolutely unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do, sir, is if you could message us the contact information to your school, we will get in touch with this teacher. And we will attempt to straighten out this situation, because it is absolutely wrong.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I will do this. I mean, he just wumbles my feathers.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Well, I can see how that would happen. Well, obviously this is very upsetting to you, and you shouldn't have to stand for this. So,
yeah, what I thought, why I'm calling you, you used to be a trucker, so you look like a pretty tough man to me, and I'm kind of a weak person, so I thought you could give me some trucker advice. You know, you look like a pretty strong man.
Well, back in my days of trucking, what I used to do is I would wear shirts that would kind of, well, how can I say this? It wouldn't really restrict my shoulder movement. So that way, if I had any sort of issue with someone on the road, I would just begin doing kind of like shoulder stretches like this. And then that would kind of send a pretty strong message, and that would solve most of my problems on the road.
Oh, I see how you're doing it. Like, I think I've done it wrong. Like, every time I put my arm up, like, I've used my right arm, and everyone called me a Nazi. And I was like, I'm black, I can't be a Nazi, but now I see what I was doing wrong.
Yeah, it's very important. You don't want to move it out forwards like this. You want to kind of move it off to the side, and then use your other arm to kind of apply pressure.
This is exactly what I did. Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah, there we go. And then that way, you're all limbered up. And believe me, if you need to take action, then you've stretched. Yeah. That's the benefit of it.
Yeah, people in school call me double M to say Nazi nigga, and I'm like, stop it. And it's like, Nazi nigga. I don't know if I can still take it anymore.
No, sir. You should not have to take it. And I thank you for bringing this to our attention. We will put a stop to it. We absolutely will.
God bless. God bless you.
You too, sir, and thank you for calling us. Okay. Well, that's terrible. Nobody should have to put up with that. And there's all kinds of problems in the world, and racism is at the top of the list, we believe, as well as all the environmental issues that we face. We're going to go back to the calls right now. Welcome to the Jesus Chat Line. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, well, I got this really weird thing happen to me in a dream, and it had to do with Jesus.
Okay.
Well, he came to me in a dream, but I'm not sure if it was real or not.
Okay, I can hear you. Continue on.
Well, when he came to this dream, he told me a lot of stuff that wasn't really in the Bible, and I wasn't sure to believe it or not.
Okay, like what?
Well, he said that it's okay to have sex with animals and to smoke crack. It's good for your health.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that pretend that you're me, caller, and somebody called in and said that you think it's okay to smoke crack and whatnot? What would your response be to them?
I would say yes.
That it's not correct?
it's not.
Okay. What I'm going to ask our callers to do is, before you call in, I'd like to ask you just to think about what you're saying, what you're calling about, before you call, so that when we take your call, you're ready to go, you're prepared, and we can engage in a meaningful dialogue. That's what we're after here. Okay? So we're going to try again now. Go ahead, caller. You're live on the Jesus chat line.
Hello?
Yes.
Go ahead, caller. You're live. Wow, there's a really big delay. I'm sorry. I was just wondering if, since you're so close.
All right, we lost that caller. We'll try the next one. Welcome to the Jesus chat line.
Hello?
Yes.
Is this... All right, hey, Matt. All right, I got a question for you, Matt.
Go ahead.
I'm just wondering, chilling with my friends and shit, and I'm trying to find out why there ain't no motherfucking black women in the Bible.
Welcome to the Jesus chat line.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Okay. I'm actually that guy's teacher.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Believe it or
yes.
not.
He sounded like perhaps a foreign exchange student or something. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's one of the brown kids.
Well, he sounded almost like Austrian or something like that.
Yeah, he's a brown Austrian.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, everything that he said was actually true.
So it was true. You're not going to deny his allegations.
Nope.
Well, then how would you defend your actions?
What do you mean?
Well, it sounds like you were saying N. You were
Oh,
saying
you mean
N to the
nigga?
student.
Oh, that's not a bad word. That's
You're a
good word.
teacher. You're a person who's in a position of authority.
Yes.
We live in a day of a tremendous amount of politically correctness, of pressure to be politically correct, to show sensitivity to all races. So how would you think that a derogatory term is showing sensitivity?
Well, you said that AIDS was made by homosexuals that it was given to homosexuals by God as a disease. But black people actually made AIDS. So
No, it
how
was.
do you respond to that?
Well, I would respond that it was started by Freddie Mercury.
What is your proof of this?
Well, sir, you don't have to believe my statement, but you carry on now with your call. Now, how would you defend your usage of N?
Well, I'm white, so.
Okay.
I guess a bulletproof vest.
You know, sir, you haven't given me a very valid argument, and I would suspect that most of our viewers would agree.
No, most of your viewers are from 4chan.
If you truly believe what you're saying, and if you truly are the teacher, I could have you removed by the end of Monday.
Okay, do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not quite sure. Go ahead, caller. You're live on the Jesus chat line.
Hello?
Yes.
The connection is really low. So, hi. Hello? This is Andy from Switzerland. The connection is really low. So, hi. This is Andy from Switzerland.
Go ahead. Welcome to the Jesus chat line.
I feel it's a silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts of lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo, Galileo.
You're on the air with the Jesus Chatline.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's the evening where we're at, but hello to you wherever you are.
All right. I want to call and disagree with a caller that called earlier. Individuals from China.
Yeah, are you in a truck by any chance?
To China.
It sounds like maybe you're in a truck.
Yeah, I'm actually afraid.
Okay.
Disagreed with bringing Jesus to China. Let me tell you why. We're bringing up all of our money, bringing all our jobs, and I think Jesus is the last thing they need of ours right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, what next? NASCAR?
I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you.
It might be because of my accent.
No, I understand you quite. It's just the audio quality. We're going to try one more here before we go to break. Go ahead, caller. Hello? Welcome to the Jesus Chatline. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Who is this?
This is Stephen Chilton.
And who's that? Hello?
It sounds like you're of underage, caller.
I'm not underage.
This caller sounds to be perhaps 11 or 12 years old. We will not allow...
I'm a woman.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes.
What taught you the ways of Jesus? Who taught you the ways of Jesus?
Who taught me to what?
Who taught you the ways of Jesus?
Oh, the ways of Jesus. Oh, well, I learned the ways of Jesus out on the road. Richard and I used to be, I was a long-distance trucker. I drove truck. Richard was into construction. One day we were at a local pub and we kind of shared our love of classic rock over a glass of Old Grandad. And we just got to talking. And I don't know, Richard he had some wonderful things to say about religion, and I listened. And, well, I guess the rest is history.
Is Richard going to become the next Jesus?
Well, I'll leave that for you to decide.
Well, what do you think?
Richard has a direct pipeline to God. I'll say that. That is what has allowed him to modify the Bible to the Neon Bible. So he has a special relationship with God. I think I'll probably just leave it at that, and we'll leave it up to our callers to decide what they think of Richard.
Why can't I have that special relationship with Jesus?
I'm sorry?
Why can't I have that special relationship with Jesus?
Well, there's just something. Richard just seems to have a knack for this kind of thing, I guess.
I love you.
Well, thank you. We love you too here at the Jesus Chatline. And okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Okay, get it right in that hole. Okay, yeah, we're ready. Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you, Stephen. Welcome to the Jesus Chat Line on Montclair Public Access TV3. It's been a while since we've done a show. We've been taking a little bit of a break for the summer, and we're actually just off of our little run that we did with C-SPAN a few months back. So we've been very busy, and we have some great new content for you. So hang in there for the show. We're going to have some great calls. We have some great stories, and we're going to have some great advice. So settle in. The show should be one of our best, if I do say so. And the number should be at the bottom of the screen. It's 1510-355-9879. And just call in if you're seeking help or advice or anything. That's a little song earlier that I just wanted to play for everyone that Stephen and I have been working on for a little bit with our youth group. And we're going to be featuring some song submissions that we have received from over our email, if that's right. Yeah, we have some great Christian acoustic rock groups sent in a few tracks that they did for us that we're going to be playing a little bit later, and we're going to be talking about Christian rock, where it's going, and so where it originated, where it came from, and where it's going to go. So we're very excited about that. So we're going to open up the lines in just a little bit. So once again, welcome to the program, and we're going to take some calls. Okay. Well, let's take some calls right now. It's exciting to be back in the air after a break. Okay, first call. Hello, caller. You're live on the show. Hello, welcome to our first broadcast. Hello, you're live on the air.
Is this Stephen?
Okay, well, when you work out, please turn down your television set when you're calling in. It will feedback. Hello, caller. You're live on the Jesus Chatline of Montclair Public Access TV3.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Can you hear me on there?
Yeah, we can hear you very well. So the topic tonight is music and Christian rock. What do you think of Christian rock? Is like, what are some of your favorite bands?
I like the band Red.
Okay, I'm not quite familiar with them. Sorry, what was the name again? Caller, what's the name of the band?
Do what?
Sorry, what was the name of what was the name of that band? I didn't quite hear you.
Red.
Okay, I'm not hearing. Okay. One of our favorites is Resurrector. That's a band coming out of Seattle. They have a very kind of, like driving bass lines, and they got some great hooks in their music.
Real good chops.
There's some really great chops in there. Like, check them out, Resurrector. We had a moment to speak with Adam Faith, the singer for the band, a few months back. Great experience. We'll talk a little bit more about that later too. Okay, hello, caller. You're live on the air. Hello.
Great experience. We'll talk a little bit more about that.
Hello, caller.
Okay, hello. You're live.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, caller. We're talking about Christian rock. What's your opinion?
I think it sucks.
Okay, well, that's too bad. Well, thank you for your opinion. But we're looking to talk about how the good aspects of it, okay? Hello, caller. You're live on the program. What is your feelings on Christian rock? We're having some real trouble with the calls here. Hello, caller. Yes, so Christian rock, what do you think? What's your favorite Christian rock band?
I like Christian. Do you like the Incarnators?
The
You know
Incarnators?
them?
No, we've not heard of them. Let's
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more.
Oh, well, yeah, their song "Save Me" is my favorite.
They have a song called Satan. That's your favorite. Okay, well, we'll have to listen to that one. So,
No,
did you?
no. Save Me.
Oh,
Save Me.
Save Me.
Not
Oh,
Satan.
I'm sorry. I
Save
thought you
Me.
said the name of the song was Satan. Okay, it's Save Me. Okay.
No. Save Me. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. We'll have to check that one
Yeah.
out. So, did you have a
yeah,
question
this
or a
one.
comment?
No, I was just wanting to share that. They're
Okay,
really
well,
good. I just want you to spread the word, help them, get noticed. I really like them.
great. Well, that's great. So, it was, what was the name of that one, Stephen? Insurrector?
Resurrector.
No, his song. It was "Save Me" by Insurrect. I think it was. Okay, we'll post it up shortly. Okay, we'll just keep going. Hello, caller. You're live on the air on the Jesus Chatline of Montclair Public Access TV3. Okay. Just a reminder for everybody to turn down the television set, please. Hello, caller. You're live on the air.
Hello.
Hi,
Are we
welcome to
talking
the.
about Christian rock?
Yes, that's the hot topic for tonight. We're talking about Christian rock and some of your favorite bands and stuff like that.
Well, have you ever heard of Faith Plus One?
Sorry, that was called Faith Plus One?
Yeah.
No,
It's
I
my
have not.
favorite Christian band.
Oh, great. Would you be able to tell us some of their hits that we could look up?
Come Inside Me, Jesus is one of them.
Okay.
And On My Knees for Jesus is another one.
Okay. On My Knees for Jesus. That sounds, I'm assuming that's a song about prayer, I'd imagine.
Definitely.
Yeah. Would you be able to sing us a little bit of it? Or are you,
Well, I'm kind of shy,
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Okay. We'll have to check that one. On My Knees for Jesus. And that's Faith Plus One. So tell me, caller, do you have any other questions? Or did you just call in to share that track with us?
I was wondering how you keep your hair so pretty.
Oh, just washing it, I guess, and taking time to towel dry and not to use a blow dryer, and that's really it.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind.
Sure. Oh, and also it helps if you use Alberto. Yeah.
Alberto.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get some of that.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for your call, and just a reminder for everyone to check out what was it, Faith Plus One, On My Knees for Jesus. Hello, caller. You're live on the program on Montclair Public Access TV3. I'm your host, Richard Burnish from the Jesus Chatline. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm a big fan of the show, and I just I was wondering, me and my girlfriend are big fans of the show, and
That's great.
I was wondering if you guys could marry us on the air.
To marry you on the air?
Yes.
Well, I can't see why not. That sounds like a great idea. Well, would you be able to just hold off the air, caller, and we'll get into it. Great.
Awesome.
All right. Please hang in there. We'll be right back. All right, Stephen. Let's marry them. Let's do it. Okay, caller. Just are both of you present now? Is she there also?
Can you say that again?
Is she there with you? Is your wife to be with you?
She's on Facebook right now. She's on the other side of the country. I'm trying to surprise her. She's watching right now.
Okay. All right. Actually, we're not going to be doing that, caller, because unless she's on the line, you could have another man on the line there, and the next thing you know, I performed a gay marriage, and that is not what we want to be doing on this show. So unless we could hear her on the line, there's no way that we're going to be able to do this. So, because you never know. the next thing you know, I performed the rites, and I just and it's two gays.
Yeah, and then everlasting gaze.
It's just two gays, and I don't want to add to the problem. I don't want to contribute to that problem. I want to be the solve. I want to solve that problem. I want to be the solving solution. If being gay was a math problem, I would work to solve it.
Yeah.
Is what I would do. Exactly. And that's what I'm going to do. So, and I'm going to start by not marrying them. Straightforward. It's easy. Hello, caller. You're live on the air on Richard Burnish.
Hello?
Hi, you're live on the program. We're talking about Christian rock. Got a little bit of a crackle in the back there.
Yeah, I just have a little question. It's not really relative to Christian rock, but it's about a quote in the Bible.
Okay, well, okay. Go ahead. Let's talk about the Bible.
I saw this quote. I really didn't understand what it meant. It's from Ezekiel 23:20. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were those of donkeys and whose emission was that of horses.
Okay. We're not going to be tolerating any prank calls on the show. If you do call in, we're just going to hang up and keep moving on. There's no room for this and this type of behavior. Hello, caller. You're live on the program on the Jesus Chat line. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hi, go ahead. Okay, well, when you work out your phone line... Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. What's your question?
Oh, hi. So I have a problem, and I was wondering if you could help.
Yes? Oh, for sure.
All right. So I'm a huge fan of Jesus. I love him, and this is a serious question. It's not a prank call either. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was wondering, every time I use the bathroom, and I end up bleeding out of my ass, and I was wondering.
Okay. No.
If,
okay. Thank you. Thank you for the call. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back after these messages. No, they're still going on.
Welcome back to the program. My name is Stephen Chilton, and we're going to return back to your phone calls. And without further ado, let's get right to them. We have this call right here. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. You're live on the show.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
There's quite a delay, but I have a question.
Okay.
Do you like dubstep?
I didn't
Hello?
quite catch that. Go ahead, caller. You are on the Jesus Chat line.
Oh, I finally got through then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, am I talking to Mr. Burnish or Mr. Chilton?
My name is Stephen Chilton.
Oh, okay. I'm talking to Stephen then. Well, I'm calling from Sweden.
Okay.
And, well, perhaps you know that Sweden is not very religious in itself, but I myself try to be a good Christian.
Okay.
You know, and I'm very interested in the Neon Bible. Like I really want to read the Neon Bible and follow it as the Bible that I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up with the New Testament, but I think, or I have been listening to your not podcast, but well, what you're doing very often. So I'm very interested in the Neon Bible, but the thing is that I do not know where I can buy a Neon Bible or purchase a Neon Bible. I've been trying to look on the internet on many different places, but also in shops that are near to me as bookshops, but I do not know. So I'm asking you two men for guidance. Hello?
Yes, you're live on the air. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, but okay. Did I just told you a lot of things here? Did you not hear me?
I'm sorry. I had to. My producer was saying something into my earpiece. Could you start all over again, please, sir?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, what I am saying is that I am from Sweden.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And I am very interested in the Neon Bible thing. Because as you might know, Sweden is not very religious.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well...
we'll work on that. Yes.
Yes, it is quite common known, I think, that Sweden is... what's the English word? Secularists. Secular. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening, caller. Go on.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, it was just so quiet in the background, so I did not know if you were still there.
I'm listening. Carry on with your story.
Yes, okay. Sweden is quite secular, I think, which essentially means that it does not have much to do with faith. So that the majority of people are atheists, I think is the proper way to say it. Anyways, for my own sake, I really I have been listening to your radio thing, or well, not radio, but internet radio, and I have been very interested in the Neon Bible. Like I really want to read it, but I do not know where I should buy it, because I have been looking like all over the internet and also at my local bookstores, but I don't know, like I have not find it anywhere, so I do not know what to do. So I was hoping that you two guys would be able to help me with this conundrum. Hello? Mr. Chilton, are you still there?
Oh, hello, welcome to the Jesus Chatline. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Well, I have been talking now for maybe 10 minutes, but
you are indeed live. Yes, continue on. Do you have a question?
Yeah, well, I was telling you a long story about how I was trying to buy the Neon Bible, but I do not know how, because I live in Sweden.
I'm sorry, the producer was just saying something into my ear. Could you just start right from the beginning, and we'll attempt to get you the answers you need?
Okay, well, this is Okay, well then this is the third time, like the three time that I'm explaining this.
We're having problems with our phone this evening.
Oh, okay. Well, I am very sorry for that, but I have explained it 2 times.
I
But
don't think you have.
yes,
No.
well, the thing is that I live in Sweden,
Oh, that's no
and
excuse.
What?
Please get to the point.
Yes, I want to buy the Neon Bible, but I do not know where I can buy it.
Who is this again?
I am calling from Sweden. I really want to buy the Neon Bible because it inspires me so much when you talk about it. But I have not ever read the book. But I want to buy it, or I want to get it, but I do not know where.
Yes, the Richard Burnish Neon Bible, I believe. Is
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
It's $29.95. Okay.
Yes.
And you have to just go to. We have set up a Swedish website. It's jesuschatline.swe. And if you go there, it will have all the information you need.
Oh, I am very happy for this answer. This has really made my day.
Oh, and you know, sir, if you send us a nice pot of meatballs, we'll get it to you even faster. How's that?
Well, I do not eat meat, but okay. Thank you anyway. It really made my day. I am so happy right now.
Okay, well, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, I love what you're doing so much, and you should keep doing it.
Okay, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Not really. I just wanted to say that, well, what I already said, that I really love what you're doing, and you should keep on doing your show because it really makes me so happy to listen to you.
Can I ask you one question? I'm detecting a bit of an accent. Which country are you calling from?
No, I have said to you many times, I'm Swedish.
Oh, Sweden. Yes.
Yeah, Sweden.
Okay.
As in, I was trying to tell you earlier that there are not much religious in Sweden.
I heard it was a very religious country.
Well, maybe in Viking time, but not today.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Let's cross our finger.
Yes. Yes, we'll cross them like the Swedish flag, like this.
Exactly. Swedish flag is Christian, like it should be.
Yes, absolutely. Sweden put the Christ right into their national flag.
Exactly.
How many other countries can claim that? Not many.
Not many at all.
No.
But yes. Then if you watch Sweden today, it's much different. If you look at how many people are religious.
I watched Sweden in that Euro soccer tournament.
Oh yes, well, Sweden is quite good at football, as far as I know. Because one of the main players are from Yugoslavia. Pretty much, Swedes are not very good at sports, but they have a lot of foreigners in their in the Swedish team that makes a good team, pretty much. And well, to me, that is somewhat of a Christian message, because that means that everyone is equal and everyone is the same. And when you get together, you create something great. Yes, that is what I was saying there. But I don't know if you are still there, but I very much enjoyed calling in, and it was very nice that I actually got to talk to you guys because you are somewhat my idols.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the call. And would you do me a favor, caller? Would you call
Yeah.
us back sometime in the future?
I would very much love to do that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for calling. That was wonderful. And I don't know about you, Richard, but I just feel like going to IKEA right now. We're going to take a drive out to IKEA. But before we do that, we're going to take our final break, and we'll be back with one more segment of the Jesus Chat Line.
Okay, and that's really the message that we have for everyone. It's our turn to carry the earth. It's our turn to do our part. We don't literally mean carry the earth like carrying it on our backs. Like it was a metaphor for carrying, for doing your part to help the earth. You know, by purchasing products that are environmentally friendly, that don't pollute, and just as one example of something that you can do. But there's other things. I mean, turning light switches off, and when you're not in the room, just to turn off the light, like to turn off the power in it. That's little things like that. You don't think, but when you add them, when you add each of these little pieces of cereal up, it's a lot.
Driving a bike.
Yeah, that's another one. You could drive your bike to work, or you could drive your bike to school instead of you taking your car. Things like this. So we're going to talk a little bit about those ideas, and share with us what you're doing to do your part, because we're all going to have to pay that price. Hello, caller. You're live on the program. Are you doing your part, caller?
Pardon?
We're talking about the environment and doing your part to clean it up. And I'm asking, are you doing your part?
Yeah, sure. I'm sitting in the dark right now. That counts.
Yeah, that's great. You see, it's something like that. It's saving electricity. That's great, caller. So thank you for that. Did you have a question for the program?
Yeah, I have a question actually.
Oh,
or
great,
a couple, but I'll stick to one for now.
Okay, sure.
Me myself, I'm kind of an agnostic. It might be a shame, it might not be, but it doesn't really matter. My question is, what do you think of the Big Bang Theory or any other religions or theories that people might have thought up?
Well, I believe the answer to your question also lies in the question itself, is that a lot of these other religions are just things that people thought up, and theories like, for example, dinosaurs and the Big Bang Theory and evolution are all great ideas for films and works of fiction, but I see them as just that. They aren't the true voice of God.
So you don't believe dinosaurs existed either?
No, they did not.
Don't we have bones or something to prove that?
Well, there are like a person you could lie on your back on the grass and look up at the clouds, and you're looking at the clouds, and you may see a cloud that looks just like a tree, or one that looks just like an internet browser or something like that. And although it resembles it, rocks looking like bones are still, they are just coincidences. Those are just rocks.
I guess I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, movies like Jurassic Park, for example, like I see them as it is just fiction. I guess it's a form of creative writing and thinking of ideas.
All right.
Yeah. So we're going to take this next call. Hello, caller. Oh, no. Yeah, you are. You're live on the program.
Oh, yeah. I'm calling about your classic rock thing earlier.
Oh yeah, we're Christian rock. Yes, go ahead.
Well, there's this good band called Slayer.
Okay, called Slayer. Okay, we've not heard of
Yeah,
them.
they have this good song called Disciple.
Okay,
Want to hear
Slayer.
it?
Sure, we'd love to. For sure, go ahead.
All right.
It's got a good beat. Okay, I'm not able to hear much of the words, but that. There it is. It's that was called Discipler. I think it was that. Okay, thanks for that. Continue sharing some. That was great. That song was called Disciple. Okay, caller, you're live on the program.
Hello?
Hi, you're live on the air. We're talking about doing
hi.
our part for the environment, like
I'm
purchasing
actually
cereals
really...
and things like that.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm calling from Canada. Anyway, I'm really big behind environmentally friendly.
Yeah, great.
My city actually just banned plastic bags.
Wow. Well,
So we just banned plastic bags. They're illegal. They said it was against God's will.
That's great news. I mean,
anyway, I'm actually really a big fan of God. I really rep God.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we love God here.
And he's really inspirational to me.
Mm-hmm.
So can I read a passage from the Bible? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's what this is. That's what the show is. It's the Jesus Chatline, yeah.
Well, this is 2 Kings 2:23.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, Elisha went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, some youth came out of the town and jeered at him. Go on up, you bald head, they said.
Yep.
Go on up, you bald head. He turned around, looked at them, and called down a curse on them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled the 42 children. I think this is really good because it shows, like, you know, kids you can't make fun of your elders. I mean, like, this is highly disrespectful. Oh, you crunched up there. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it's the it's the plastic bag that was.
Anyway, I like to play board games. I'm a really sorry.
Yeah, you're into board games.
I'm a really big fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and this related to me because I once had children call me bald, so I summoned bears to kill them.
Okay, this is a joke.
And I did it for the name of my Lord Jesus Christ.
This is a joke. Okay, Chad, can you hang up on this call? This is another joke. Chad, could you hang?
Oh, sorry?
Chad, hang up, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I thought is he off the air?
Okay, yeah. Well, I also once was a paladin,
hang up
and
Chad. Hang it up. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. You're live on the program.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live on. You're live on the program on the Jesus Chatline. Okay.
That's another joke call.
Okay, we're trying. Okay, no more calls. We're trying to do a good thing. We're trying to take calls. We're trying to help people. We're trying to We're trying to spread the love of Christ. We're trying to spread our religion around. We're trying to spread our love around. And we just keep getting these calls over. And we raise our head high and we turn the other cheek. and we persevere. We say, no, we're not going to let this, we're not going to let this happen. We're not going to let the few ruin it for everyone. Because that's always in life. That's it, Stephen. It's always select one or two that are just wrecking it for everyone. And we tell ourselves that, but it's just over and over.
Over and over.
If you do not want to watch the program, that is okay. You can turn the channel to go to another program, but please don't ruin it for us and don't ruin it for everyone else. You need to grow up, okay? Okay. Hello, caller. I'm sorry I had to hear that. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller. Okay. Hello, you're live on the Jesus Chatline. Okay, that's it. That's it. Chad, no more calls. We even try to be polite and say, please stop. But this over and over with these joke calls, that just keep going over.